The Young and the Restless spoilers. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is a beautiful Wednesday, and we have an absolute mountain of drama to unpack from our favorite messy residents in Genoa City. Grab your coffee, or maybe something a little stronger, because things are getting completely unhinged this week. Let's dive right into the madness. I cannot believe what I am watching right now. Are you kidding me with this Tracy Abbott storyline? I am literally screaming at my screen. I have been watching this show for years, and I am telling you, this is either the most brilliant or the absolute dumbest thing the writers have ever done with Tracy. We need to talk about this immediately. React first, explain later, right? Tracy is about to walk right into the lion's den, and I am terrified for her. So, let's set the scene and back up a little bit. We're looking at the week of July 20th to the 24th, and the Abbott family is facing an absolute nightmare. Jack Abbott is finally coming home from the hospital. And thank God for that, because seeing Peter Bergman in that hospital bed for days on end was stressing me out. Jack survived the brutal stabbing by Patty Williams, but let's be real, he is a complete shell of himself right now. The Abbott mansion should be his sanctuary, a place where he can rest and heal, but instead, it feels like a total prison. Because Diane Jenkins Abbott is playing nurse, and she is spiraling. I mean, she is absolutely losing her mind with paranoia, and honestly, can you blame her? I know some people are loving seeing Diane get a taste of her own manipulative medicine, but personally, I actually feel awful for her. She was kidnapped, drugged, thrown into a padded cell, and gaslit by Dr. Lawrence Markham into believing she was having a severe mental breakdown. That kind of psychological torture doesn't just go away because you are back in your plush mansion living room. And the worst part, Doctor. Markham is still out there. He is just roaming around, completely off the grid, and the police are absolutely useless as usual. When has the Genoa City Police Department ever solved anything on time? Never. So Diane is jumping at every shadow, terrified that Markham is going to ambush her asound again. It is paralyzing her. She can't sleep, she can't focus on Jack's recovery, because this monster is still breathing free air. But then Diane gets a brainwave. She remembers that when she was held captive, Markham's creepy little hideout was absolutely filled with books written by Alan Laurent. And if you have been watching as long as I have, you know exactly where this is going. Alan Laurent is the twin brother of the absolute psychopath Martin Laurent. Diane's desperate, trauma-addled brain puts two and two together and decides that Martin Laurent might be the key to finding Markham. She actually considers reaching out to Martin. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just pause and say, contacting a known psychopath to find another psychopath is the most unhinged, dangerous logic I have ever heard. Remember when they tried this kind of fight fire with fire tactic with Ian Ward? Yeah, didn't work then either. It always backfires. But before Diane can do something incredibly stupid, Tracy steps in. Sweet moral compass, always baking cookies, Tracy Abbott. And what does Tracy do? She decides she is going to contact Martin Laurent. I am sorry, but what? Tracy feels like she is the only person Martin will actually confide in. She views him as an ex of sorts, someone she had a twisted, complicated connection with, and she thinks she can play him. Am I the only one who thinks this is a terrible, horrible, no-good idea? Tracy is taking a massive, terrifying risk for her family. I get it. She loves Jack more than life itself, and she wants to protect the Abbotts from this looming nightmare. But Martin Laurent is not some misunderstood bad boy that Tracy can fix with a stern talking to and a cup of tea. He is dangerous. He is manipulative. And he is going to chew her up and spit her out. I am dreading this. I am so scared that Tracy is going to end up as collateral damage in this sick game between Patty, Markham, and Martin. And speaking of Patty, let's not forget that she is the one pulling the strings from her jail cell. She stabbed Jack, she orchestrated Diane's kidnapping, and now she is just sitting there, probably knitting a sweater out of her own hair, watching the Abbotts tear themselves apart. It makes me so mad. Okay, back to the point. Let's switch gears because my blood pressure is too high thinking about the Abbotts, and I need to vent about the Newmans. Because things over at the ranch are just as devastating, if not more. Can we talk about Nikki Newman for a second? The scene where she gets her eye bandages removed is going to absolutely wreck me. We all know Nikki has been struggling with these severe headaches and this terrifying vision loss. She has been walking around the ranch, counting her steps, trying to pretend she doesn't need a cane, trying to be this strong, unbreakable Newman matriarch. But underneath it all, she is terrified. So the doctors finally come to the ranch, and Victor is right there by her side. They take the bandages off, and nothing. Her vision is still impaired. The doctors had warned her that she might not see right away, or that she might never regain her sight at all, but hearing it and experiencing it are two different things. Nikki feels completely defeated. She is a woman who has always relied on her strength, her beauty, her ability to command a room, and now she feels plunged into darkness. And then there is Victor. Oh my God, Victor Newman. I have opinions on this man right now. He is playing the supportive, doting husband so perfectly. He wraps his arms around her, he gets her a blanket, he tells her she is safe and that he believes in her. It is such a sweet, tender moment on the surface. But we know the truth. We know that while Nikki has been vulnerable, heavily medicated, and literally going blind, Victor has been having her sign medical power of attorney documents. He is secretly transferring her personal shares of Newman Enterprises into a trust that HE controls. He is literally robbing his wife blind while she is actually going blind. I cannot handle the hypocrisy of this man. I mean, how does he sleep at night? He is sitting there comforting her, telling her everything will be okay, while he is quietly liquidating her assets to pay for special treatments so Victoria won't get suspicious. It is the most diabolical, cold-blooded thing Victor has done in years. And I know some fans are like, well, that's Victor. He always protects the company. But this is his wife. The love of his life. It is disgusting. And the crazy part is, Nikki is still furious with him about Jack. Even while she is sitting there in the dark, she asks Victor if his hatred for Jack is stronger than his love for her. Because Victor is the one who brought Patty Williams back to town. Victor is the reason Jack got stabbed. Victor is harboring Matt Clark on the ranch. Nikki knows that Victor is the root cause of so much pain right now, but she is completely dependent on him because of her health. The power dynamic is so twisted, and I am just waiting for the other shoe to drop. When Nikki finds out about her shares, there is going to be hell to pay. I am here for that explosion, but I am dreading the heartbreak she is going to feel first. Wait, I also need to mention Billy Abbott, because the spoilers tease that he is making a major discovery this week. We don't have all the details yet, but knowing Billy, he is either about to uncover Victor's corporate sabotage against Sally, or he is going to stumble onto something massive regarding Markham and Patty. Billy has been so wrapped up in his own messy life, especially with Sally's pregnancy and his mother Jill breathing down his neck, but when Billy gets a bone, he doesn't let go. If Billy is the one who figures out the Markham connection before Tracy gets herself killed, I will actually forgive him for being such a mess lately. So, what are we looking at for the next few weeks? Chaos. Absolute, unadulterated chaos. We have Jack trying to recover in a house haunted by trauma. We have Diane losing her grip on reality. We have Tracy playing a dangerous game of cat and mouse with a known psychopath. We have Nikki trapped in the dark with a husband who is secretly stealing her legacy. And we have Billy lurking on the edges, ready to blow something wide open. I am exhausted just thinking about it, but you know I am going to be glued to my screen every single day. I love this show, I really do, even when it makes me want to throw my remote at the wall. The emotional stakes right now are higher than they have been in years. The writers are really pushing these legacy characters to their absolute limits. I just need Tracy to be safe. If anything happens to Tracy Abbott, we riot. Are we in agreement on that? because I cannot handle losing the only purely good person left in Genoa City. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you screaming at Tracy too? Are you ready to cancel Victor Newman for what he's doing to Nikki? Let's vent together, because I definitely need to share this with people who get it.